Hello guys, Dion Gaming here with a Redstone tutorial. Currently I'm in the latest 1.8 snapshot. Good information to know. But pretty much this right here, just this part, just this part here, is a machine that works kind of like a counter, except it says I want this button to be pressed X amount of times before I get the output. So for this demonstration it's 3, but see the redstone block? 1 push, some pistons move but nothing else happens. Second push, nothing happens. Third push though, we got light. Okay, so let me explain how this works. Okay, so here at the start of it all is a monostable circuit. I could have used the old-fashioned one with the piston, but it was just as compact, so I preferred this one. So when you press it, see how it lets off 1 tick signal? So when you press this, both these repeaters are being powered at the same time. So this is locked at the same time this is powered, so it won't power it. But when these repeaters unpower though, it lets a fraction of a second through. Don't ask me why, but it just does. And it goes over here, but without this 2-tick repeater here, the redstone goes on and off too quick for these redstone torches to register. And that's the monostable circuit at the start. Here, I'm sure you guys have seen this before, but it's a type of T flip-flop or a timer, depending on how you set it up. The 2 torches here prevent these hoppers from sending things to each other. These 2 hoppers are connected. Comparator powers all this. I'm not going to get into this. There's plenty of videos out there on it. But right here, it allows me to get 2 ticks out of it each time. That way it's still powering this when it's over here, and it also unpowers it just for 1 tick, and there it goes again. It unpowers it for 1 tick because while it's moving it's not connected to either of these. So over here, this entire section here can be moved over to here, but it's just kind of separated for more visual. Over here is it's kind of flipped, but it's the core of that over there. So pretty much what's happening is we got items in the hopper. That's not supposed to be in there. We got items in this hopper, which is the hopper on the left over here. But the timer is going to be based off this one. So when this hopper has 3 items in it, it's going to power this piston. Right now there's no block there though. But when we send 1 over, it's going to power this comparator too, which will send this piston over, which will put the block right here. Just to note, all the pistons in this are sticky pistons. So we'll send another one and nothing will happen. But on the third one, this comparator will still be powered while this one turns off. So it retracts this block, which under here, well, that's there for this, but on the actual build I have a redstone torch under there, which then you can just harvest the redstone power from. And that way it makes it so only when all the blocks are in this one will it send out a signal. You can put any amount of blocks in there. I'll show you guys real quick. 5 there. And it's important that this stays powered, which is all set up over there. Still sending items through. And 1 more. There. Okay. So that's the core of it. I will get this right, guys. I swear I will get it right eventually. It might not be this recording, it might not be the next, but it will be one of them. Unless you're hearing this, then it's this one. But so this right here is all fine and dandy. It was that. Is the whole idea of once this is the counter and once all of the items in this got to here, that was good. And then we could output the signal. But the problem was unloading this hopper back into this one. no matter how many items were in here. So what I wanted it was when this comparator's on and this one's off, I wanted this hopper to be powered. When both of them were on, I wanted this hopper to be powered. And when this one was off and this one was on, I needed this hopper to be off, because that would mean all the items were out of here and all of them were in here because this one's off. The dilemma was, that's all good, but I realized I need this to be off when both are lit too, due to the fact that if I only unpower this when this comparator is off, well, once it sends one item over, this comparator is going to turn back on and it'll freeze up the system again. So what I had to do was I had to make it kind of two-stage thing. So on the first click here, you can see it powers one item's in here, so it's powering this comparator. The block moves over one step closer to that. Now what this is all powering is it's carrying it up to here and it's powering this piston, which completes this circuit here. And that was important for the two-stage part. That way when this block gets pulled back, I can come up here and power this circuit, but it would not shut off until this was off, because as long as this one's on, this piston is going to be held down. This will create a solid stream, by the way, which is kind of important. See how it creates a solid stream? That's intentional, but let's get it back down. That way, as long as this one's loaded, this piston will stay down and this torch will stay off, keeping this unpowered. Which is really kind of it. I don't think I've missed anything. But, oh, well, I guess I can mention, once one item is put back in here, this block gets pushed back out. That's why it's important this is a solid loop, because all it needs is just powered once, and then it's solid, and then it doesn't unpower till this is off. So I guess I'll give one more demonstration. I guess I could show that power can be harvested from here too. There. Then last button press. Yeah, this way it's a little faster too. But that's it. Put any amount of items in here you want, and you could hook this up to a problem with the repeater clock is this monostable circuit requires a timer delay. Well, not very much, but you could hook this up to a circuit, and after X amount of times of the circuit looping around, you can have it do something. You guys think of your wildest dreams. I'm sure there's some of you guys out there that are better than me with Redstone and could compact this a lot, but this is just what I was able to come up with. So this has been Dion Gaming. Thanks for watching. See ya.